I want to circle back to what you just said. A quick little story for everybody out there. So Toomp gave me a CD of some beats. When I tell you New Face, it was like 8, 10. I mean, I used to just ride around, going back. He said he releasing an instrumental. I just ride around him. So I had an artist at the time signed to me. So we went in 2-track. We did like 3 or 4 of the songs.
Off of that.
Take them and play them for Toomp. I was like, man, these shit's ready. He looked at me. He was like, I mean, that's cool, but now I need them to come in so that I can, like what he was saying,
just
build
what he
around
said,
it.
Yeah, it ain't
and that's
done.
when I said, I'm thinking like we 2-track this shit like
it's ready to go.
Like it's ready to street.
We
got
the
record. This nigga looked, he was like, nah. Now let them come in and let me do my thing around it.
Build around it.
I said,
I wasn't done there.
Yeah.
But what's so crazy is we did do one of the songs and he put it sound. Hey man, I can't even explain it. How different the song.
Yeah,
it just it had
to the first version
underneath with the drums and the kick and it just I was like, oh, okay. I'll never doubt Toomp the producer again.
Never
because it was like a whole different song, man.
Yeah.
But look, that scene, boy, remember.
Keeping it 100 though, that Oprah and Gail could have been a way better song. I like how it came out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean,
you
I had
just sent them the beat and they jumped on.
And that was during COVID. And so Tech never did get back with me. And by the time I hollered back at him, he was like, oh, it's been mixed. I was like, dude.
And there's something about it originated from Bink, I think, right?
Okay, boom. You know the story. See, all right, we'll keep it at 100.
Always.
Chainz wasn't answering my phone calls for a while, man. He just wasn't answering my phone calls. I don't know. He felt some type of way about it. I don't know. Whatever.
Any underlying beef?
But me and him cool. We cool. Okay. But he just wasn't answering my calls for about a good year. And and so Bink happened to come to town, and I guess he was able to hook up with Chainz way faster than me, being from Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Dang.
He from the South Side. We about 8 minutes from each other. From Ben Hill to Old National. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could never catch up with Chainz. I used to hit him like, boy, I got heat. I got heat. So it took for my nigga Bink to come down here. They went in the studio over there at Street Execs. Bink went to playing beats. Bink got a few joints. So Chainz was like, I like that one. So me and Bink, we ended up meeting at one of the A3C shits. Been like brothers ever since.
Yeah.
And so what it is, we got each other's songs in our playlist. So if I'm going to LA or whatever to kick it with a certain artist, I might play some of my joints, but I have some of Bink. Vice versa.
Dope.
And I've been trying to start this union to get producers to do that shit
dope.
because everybody knows somebody that the other one don't know. Bink fucked around and went across this one joint. No. Chainz was like, oh shit, what's that? Bink was like,
that's old Toomp.
He didn't even say Toomp yet. He was just like, oh my God, yeah, put that one to the side. I got something for that one already. And Bink hit me like, hey, your boy just showed one of your beats.
Backdoor that
get
thing.
The fuck out of here. I said, don't even tell him who did it yet. Let's just wait to see how much
So once 2 Chainz found out it was you, did he call you then?
I saw him at this Dave Chappelle thing that we did that him and Tip, because me and Tip was hanging out. Dave Chappelle
that night,
thing at
Kevin Hart and Donnell Rawlings came at State Farm.
Yeah, it was at State Farm.
Yeah.
It was like kind of some underground shit because it wasn't really even promoted. It was like some, it wasn't really, a lot of people didn't know about it.
No.
You talking Chainz performed.
Oh, no, I don't know about that one.
You know what? No, Kevin Hart wasn't there, but
Okay.
Rollins was there. The other, but yeah, it was performers and all. 2 Chainz had did like 3 songs. Tip performed, but and Chainz saw me. He was just like, "What's up, OG?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, nigga?" And I'm looking at him.
One thing
like,
about 2 Chainz, man, he a solid
and
dude.
then he was like, "It's love, man." I said, "Yeah, it is love, man."
Yeah,
I said, "We'll talk later." Yeah, true. But my whole thing,
But
man,
you never
just
knew
answer the phone
you never
next
knew.
time, man.
Yeah,
I
you
got
never
heat
knew
over here,
what the
bro.
potential issue was.
Yeah, I still don't know to this day. But even
Backdoored
right
it.
now, it's just like, hey, man, I got more joints. I hit Tech. Like, yo, man, I would really love to sit in and really get in with Chainz. I mean, I know he got the album with Wayne, but I know he may be working on a solo joint again soon, too.
Of course, I'm sure he is.
He got some with the Static
But
Selector.
see, at the same time, I be wanting to let them know I got the sample joints, I got the boom bap, I got the hip hop, but then I got that young ignorant shit, too, if you want to tear the clubs up. I got all those.
What'd you call it? Young ignorant shit?
Young
to make these
ignorant.
niggas jump around.
Yeah.
And we
But
sitting
no,
up
that's
here.
funny how that happened, though, man. And, it was
But
just...
that's beautiful. I love that process because it's not a me thing. It's a us thing. And And shit, Bink still gets the credit for that. That's love.
That's what producers should be doing.
Bruh, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's dope.
Form a
Shout out
committee.
to Bink, man.
Like DJs should, that's what the coalition DJs are super friends. That's they play each other records.
Oh yeah.
And we sitting here giving you your flowers, man. But growing up, who would be like, producer that you want to give flowers to, like that you look up to or inspired by, motivated
That's
you
good,
over the years, man? A good 3 or 4.
Producers, I would say, man, Magic Mike, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because once Magic is funny, when around 90, I say like 90.
91, 92.
No, a little later. I say I'm like 96. No, more like 93. Around 93, 94, that's when Magic, when we conversed a few times. He understood that I really didn't understand all the publishing and royalties and shit still. I was still a student. And he was like, hey man, you're gonna have to do better with your business, man, because all these records you produce, especially with New Jack City, that album did like 3-4 million and all I got was 1,500. You know what I mean?
God,
off that New Jack City soundtrack. So it's like I just didn't know. A whole lot of cats just didn't know. So even with the Luke Skywalker, the Shake It, that song was huge. Shadi had won a lawsuit from Luke, got like 1.5.
Yeah, I remember that.
But he didn't take care of nobody who produced it though. But shout out to Shadi, we still cool.
Damn.
But around that time, I was hot at him for about a good 5 years.
I remember us talking about it. Yeah, because he got a nice
ran across Clifford Harris, and my mom told me, because I was about to take him to court and everything. My mom talked me out of it. She was like, "Yo, something gonna happen for you." And next thing you know, Clifford Harris
and you and Tip made fucking history.
Turned it up. So
and you getting a piece of that 1.5 million. You said.
Yeah.
And you know what Shadi
God gonna give it to me somewhere else.
That's what she kept saying.
Keep that. Keep that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep that.
And we still cool, Peter Jones. You know what I mean?
You call that nigga government.
Yeah, you still
Peter
cool.
Jones.
I read the credits. I know that.
Yeah, and it's like, it's a few situations that where cats just didn't do me right when I was younger.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like a little young lad trying to come up and figure it out. And Magic Mike, he was the one who just told me certain books to read.
That's dope.
Kashif, to learn about the music business. And by the time I got into my second book, boom, here come a situation or opportunity to be on another soundtrack, Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah.
And I produced this group, Eddie Kane and DeVille. And that was through this dude named G-Boy had brought
I know G-Boy.
He brought the situation, but Tony Mercedes.
Same G-Boy that had
with JT Money.
JT Money.
Yeah. And so, but Tony Mercedes was the actual business guy on that. Okay. So I ended up doing the business with Tony Mercedes, and boom, once I got that paperwork right,
good.
And it went straight, man. So when I first saw a real royalty check in my whole career, that was in 96, 97.
Was there any executives at any of these labels that you look at and be like, whether it was early when you didn't know or later when you were seasoned, where you'd be like, come on now, where they were just slicking and fish pussy type, like, come on, man, like, don't play me like that.
Yeah, even with Luke, because I used to ask Luke about questions about that New Jack City soundtrack, and he never did really have a straight answer for me. I'm like, yo, man, that sexed me up. Took that shit to like 4-5 million. Like, where's our money, man? Are we supposed to? Well, man, something went wrong with the sample. It was never a straight answer. I'm not, to this day, man, Luke. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, to this day, Luke, he may still not have the answers to that,
Somebody got to check.
Didn't we have that with Frank Ski?
Somebody got to check.
Yeah, Frank Ski kind of had this.
Yeah, Frank Ski, we had the same conversation.
Wow.
He was
somebody got to check from that New Jack City.
But you didn't get that check.
No, I didn't get that.
So did you, so you say to this day, you and Luke are cool.
Yeah, we cool. Yeah, it's cordial. And then let me tell you, one thing what eases things up for me, man, especially when I feel that somebody crossed me in the path or whatever, my whole thing is no matter how much work I put in, I still can honestly say that wasn't meant for me.
Yeah.
At that time.
And what God has for you
will be yours.
It'll fall right in place, bro.
Yes.
And think about it, and keeping it 100, man, come on, man.
Like when he got, hold on.
Look at
the camera, pull them shades up like, look, whenever the nigga do like this.
Yes, man. Around that time in New Jack City, what was that, 92?
91, 92 New Jack City.
At that time, man, if I would have got like a check more than like 200 or whatever, that shit would have went right back to the streets, man. I would have.
Oh, he's saying that he had different.
So it might have been, it might have shielded you from.
Yeah, it kept me from putting both feet out there in the streets because
yeah.
I definitely would have.
It's like that term they say, rejection is protection.
Yeah, I was flipping
This
cars.
nigga said I definitely would have invested.
Yeah, I would have invested for the
In
folks I knew.
some of that work.
From my Miami
streets.
to my California people, shout outs. Y'all know who y'all are.
You see how,
but it wasn't meant for me to get that
things,
kind of money
when
back
God
then,
aligns
bro.
things, man, how?
That's why I don't trip. That's why I could see Shadi and give him a full embrace. And
Peter,
boy, I love you, boy. Peter
yeah.
Jones, you know, same thing.
Man.
Luther Campbell, I love everybody. Mike Fresh, you know what I mean? I still give him a hug and say what's happening, you know, but I like I say, the timing of it wasn't meant for me to have at that time.
Hey, man. Who, before we get out of here, you know,
my bad. And people I looked up to, man, of course.
You come back to
producers,
the question.
get back to that.
Back to Rudy
the LA
Poo
and
ass nigga,
Babyface,
lame ass
man.
nigga.
Jamie Lewis, Marley
This nigga old
Marl,
Rudy Poo ass
Larry
nigga.
Smith, shit, man. This producers, Egyptian
Who you
Lover,
want to see in the
Pretty
beat
Tony.
battle?
Who I want to see in the beat battle?
Two producers. Name your two producers you want to see go at it.
Whoo.
That you want to see go at it too. That you
We
will
talking
pull
about
up your
hands
chair.
on, because that's the thing about it.
Hands on with the MPC,
now,
with
take
the
the
keyboard.
shades off again. See,
Yeah,
some
take the
people be
shades
getting-
off there. Keep it. Storytime with
Yeah,
Legendary
because
J. We keep
sometimes
it
when folks try
1,000.
to holler all this verses and all this shit like that, it's like, y'all got to watch who y'all put together, because one thing, when people will be hollering at Jermaine and Puffy and shit, Jermaine is a hands-on producer. That man actually sit there and
with a drum machine
hands-on.
and do this shit.
He might be doing it right now.
I've been in the studio with JD.
Going
Shout out
through
to JD.
records, digging through crates, sneezing, catching
JD's
dust.
and
you know what I mean?
And is even just as great as a songwriter.
Yeah, so when it comes to hands-on producers, man, shoot, it's a few of them, man. I may name some that cats may not know.
A beat battle right now,
battle,
2024.
Beat battle.
Two people going at it.
Whew. Shit, Southside and Metro will be a hell of a battle.
Ooh,
even though they kind of under the same roof.
But
them two dudes right there, that'll be sick. Shoot, man. Who else? And there's some of them like, I just can't.
You know who I want to see go up against you? Who I would pay to sit there and watch y'all go.
Who that?
You and Manny Fresh.
Me and Manny, yeah. You know,
honestly,
but see, before Versus came, me and Manny Fresh did that shit before everybody.
And KLC was on the stage.
Yeah, I remember y'all did, but I'm talking about
just that real joint. Battling, straight up battling. Oh, that'd be crazy. Yeah,
I would have said DJ Quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Toomp and Quick would have been.
Think so?
I think I might run some circles around Quick.
Circles around. Yeah.
Battle
Quick,
Cat.
They dope.
Running circles around.
But see, what about
that old Eric Sermon?
Eric Sermon is dope. But see, Eric Sermon is dope. But see, I'm gonna tell you what it is, right? And I'm not trying to say I'm better than either one of them. I definitely shout out to Battle Cat and Quick. And like I say, hands-on producers, Jelly Roll and a few other ones out there. Rants, 1500 and nothing, Mike and Keys. So, but one thing about it is, if it came down to a battle, you'll have to have categories, kind of like even a DJ battle. You're like, let me hear you do something that'll be for the East Coast, something for the South.
Oh yeah, on the spot.
See, that's what a real battle would be, is see who got the most facets.
They don't have that tight range.
And that's how that's why I can truly say, and not trying to like hump my own horn, but I could run rings around cats. If you were to say, hey, who can produce everybody around this whole globe and can shift into that producer, I could do that.
So let's just in the trap space, who fucking with you, Toomp?
In the trap space,
whenever nigga had to repeat your shit.
In the trap space, man, straight up, I would say Drummer Boy is one of them. Drummer
Shout
Boy
out
is
to
a
Drummer.
fucking
That's my
monster.
dog. I love Drummer. Man.
Definitely got to give it to Drummer Boy.
Drummer hard.
Drummer Boy. Who else in the trap space? Shawty Red, pretty hard.
Yeah, we've had him on the show. Shout out to Shawty
and
Red.
D Rich and them. Shit. Zay pretty hard, but Zay he got a certain sound to where I can kind of do some Zay shit if I feel like it, but can he do some Toomp shit? You see what I'm saying?
There's a lot of niggas can do no Toomp shit though. I'm not just saying
but
this
that's
because
what I mean. Like if you put me against Dr. Dre, I could do some Dr. Dre shit, but then I'd be like, all right, Dre, can you do some Toomp shit?
Hands on.
Toomp, you Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I go against Dr. Dre. I run rings around Dr. Dre. physically, just as producers sitting in there creating music. Hell yeah.
Now, do you consider him, because I've heard stories, hands-on really is Dre? Because I've heard the
Dre is more of an
mailman,
overseer. He's more of a guy who's on the mix. Dre is more of a mix guy. That's why I say when some people give
like
certain
a JD
producers
and yourself and,
too much credit and just way more credit than they deserve. Like Dre is dope. Shout out to him and all his accolades. But just like he said on Defiant Ones, he got on that mixing board and said, hey, y'all, overall, this is really my instrument because we know Tony, I forgot this, he got a Latin last name, but Tony, that's who produced In the Club and all them other big Dre records. Elizondo,
yes.
Come on, man. All that 50 Cent shit, that's Tony Elizondo. But Dre is not the guy physically on that MP doing that.
Like JD, like Drummer Boy.
That's why I not to take nothing away from him. That's why I put Dre in the category of like the Polos and the Puffs and them. Like, But
now, hold on. I done seen been in the studio with Polo.
I've seen Polo, but most of the stuff that's out there.
Okay, I got you.
It's a collab.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll
see Polo bang out too, but most of his stuff is really the collaborative efforts.
Okay.
On most of the popular
records. So who your
records.
Mount Rushmore?
Just like if you think of Throw Them D's, everybody thought Polo did it because he rapped.
Yeah.
Butter did that.
I thought Polo.
Butter straight from Ben.
did that.
No, see, once again, that's why I'm telling you, not to take anything from Polo. That Rich Boy is his artist, and Polo had a verse on there, but Polo put the little keyboards on it, but Butter did that actual track. So not to take nothing away from Polo, but you just got to get to
Storytime with Legendary J. I just learned something today.
Yeah, Butter did that track.
So what if I'm looking on Google and I see it says a song you did and it says co-produced by Kanye West? What does that look like?
That was a collaborative effort. We both worked together on that. Yeah, but when you see Dr. Dre and Tony Elizondo,
Tony. What you saying? Tony
did the beats and Dre was on the mix. But that's why I say a lot of time when it comes to the verse and when you put me in a category with producers, make sure you put me in the lineup with the guys who you can
are actually on the MP.
Physically, you're gonna walk in and watch them. You can send me in a black room and I'm gonna come out with something in 15 minutes. Yeah. It's only a few producers who could do that. You can stick them in a room. Hey, man, I'm finna give you a Rolling Phantom or a Triton and your MP. We're going to give you 15 minutes. Who could come out of here with 15 minutes,
hey,
bro?
I got my money on Toomp.
Bro,
because I've been in there with
some of the biggest names in the industry.
I've been in there with you.
If it was a real true hands-on battle like that. But of course, you got people who would say, oh, boy, that's Dre, he did this. We got a lot of them. Okay.
What I was saying was the your Mount Rushmore of I don't want to say trap producers, but your Mount Rushmore.
Well, I mean, the one that's out there, I'm gonna go by the one that's out there because when I saw it wasn't wrong at all.
Okay, well, the one that's out there is who?
Me, Shorty Red, and Zaytoven.
That's 3. We missing one. Mount Rushmore. It's got to be 4.
And Drummer Boy.
Okay, so you agree with that?
Uh-oh.
As far as our era of trap,
take the glasses off now.
As far as our era, but then after that, you got to get into the Mike Wills.
Do an updated version. Mike Will,
808 Mafia, because it's a few of them. Metro Boomin. And you got a few of them, man. What's my boy? Turbo?
Turbo, I was about to say Turbo.
There's a few of them cats. And what's the other dude who did some more Lil Baby stuff? He was an engineer too, engineer/producer. Called Turbo was an engineer/producer. It was Turbo, and there's another one around the time when Turbo was popular. And then you got ATL Jacob. He came and made some noise.
ATL
Jacob cool. I can't put him up there yet. Jacob had like a cool little run for like a year, but then it faded back out.
Dope. He dope.
Yeah, but I'm waiting to hear more though. I got to hear more. Yeah, he's dope. Like I say, the songs he got is dope, but I still want to hear more.
Nobody had that run like Mike Will had for them that run.
Man,
Mike
listen,
Will had.
yes. And see, that's the thing about it. See, Mike Will is a hands-on producer, and he knows how to put the team together too, like a Polo. You know, he hands-on, but then at the same time, you can still round the team up. And Mike was definitely hella successful at keeping the team together. Because I had a team when I got my first meal. I figured like, all right, let me sign these producers.
Yeah,
everybody done tried it.
You had a couple cats over there too.
Every producer.
One of them dudes was really dope.
Yeah, it was a few of them.
Yeah.
But every producer who done got a hold to that bag done tried to just round up and put other producers on.
Yeah.
And like I say, but I didn't have no problem rounding up a team because I know still I could physically, if I want to do some shit by myself, it can be done. But I knew like, okay, if I get a guy who could do some R&B shit, this guy here from DC, he got this style, and this guy here from Indiana, he got this, and all of them bring something different. Ain't no telling if we would have just locked in on a project how it would have came about. True. And so, you know, and that's dope. That's why I got to give a shout out to Mike and the Eardrummers, man, because they still banging. Even people slept on that last Alicia Keys album. That shit was incredible. That was Eardrummers. Bro. Yeah, that was Eardrummers. Yeah.
Hey, man. Look, I want to say this too. We could sit here for hours and hours, not just from our history, but just because New Face, anybody that's ever come across Toomp, he's just a genuine dude. Just what you see is what you get.
Yeah, that's me, man, 100%.
So, we could sit here for hours, man. And once again, I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate you for what you've done for me. We had, like I said, he'd pick up the phone if he got to check me about some shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even though we ain't that different, far in age, you still got to have somebody that, you know, let's go, as he said, keep it 1,000 with you, and he will do that. And then professionally, like I said, I've just watched him and then what he's done for me, like I said at the beginning of the show. So I just want to say, man, I appreciate you. Storytime with legendary Jerry, man. This dude Toomp right here, and he said, "You say you got an instrumental album coming out?"
Yeah, he's working on it. Yeah.
I used to ride around.
Honestly, man,
I used to ride around with the CD listening to.
And I'm even trying to really lock in the increments of how I'm even gonna release them because I got so much fucking music, bro. Yeah. To where I thought about either doing it every quarter.
Yeah, do errors or like, you know.
Yeah, because it's a crazy concept because it's basically like me kidnapping your favorite artists and what I would play for them if I had them locked in the studio. And that's gonna be a part of some of that AI work too. You'll see me like standing in front of the mixing board and you might see Jay-Z tied up in the back.
Oh,
like, shit. Okay, this is what he would do for Sean Carter. Like then boom, another version, you know, another volume. Volume 3 might be, I might have Snoop tied up. So boom, you're gonna hear the West Coast side. Cause when I get my West Coast bag, I go fuck ham crazy, bro.
Man, y'all hear this, man? Yeah, this is DJ Toomp, man.
Then like you might see, I might have somebody like Common tied up in the studio, and you will hear some whole Chicago, earthy, Midwest, crazy earthy shit. Might have Ye and some of your others. You know what I mean? So that's my whole concept.
Man, hey man, again, I appreciate you, Jerry Clark, aka the legendary Jerry Newface. But one last thing before we're about to sign off.
Hey man, it's good to see you got this guy right here, man. He's very appreciated, man. We love you, man. Yes, man.
We love you, Newface, man, for the culture.
Two very loved guys on one platform. I love it, man. That's dope.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you. But we're really, I just wanted to say before we get off, it kind of hurt me to hear that they had to stop you. They said you used to be rollerblading around Piedmont Park and some bike.
You smelled that one around the corner. I smelled that shit.
No, they said you had like a t-shirt tied up in the front, man. And when I heard about it, man, like Toomp, I mean, that shit, it hurt me, bro. They say APD had to stop you from, so I did before we sign off.
What they had to stop me from doing?
They say they said it was just, you had the biking shorts on and shit.
ATL
school. Well, I mean, that's still, why would APD stop that? See, what's the truth, y'all?
Rollerblade. No, see, I didn't want to put rollerblade. Yeah.
Who get locked up for rollerblade?
No, they said it was other stuff. No, I'm trying to keep it, look, I'm trying, because my listeners don't want to hear the backstory.
The views of Jerry Clark are not that
good. But the listeners don't want to hear. Look, the story people tune in, they don't want to hear all the extra. I just said, man. So, new fan, we're going to leave it at that before we.
Y'all see how you try to leave with a bang? I could have got him, but I'm going to let him slide.
Hey, man. But no, seriously, we've been doing this shit for years, man. I love this brother, man.
Up in the front with biker shorts.
In a knot. In a knot.
With 94.
Hey, with a freak nigga.
With this is how we do it on my headphones.
Yeah, headphones on.
Woo, daddy.
Backward skating too.
Oh, shit.
It's where he came.
He wasn't even front skating. He was backward skating. Oh, shit.
It's where he came over with MC Shadi shaking.
With
the Walkman on. With the
big one.
Hey, man, but anyway, y'all. Storytime with legendary Jay. Get everybody your social media handles too before we get out of here. Give me your social media handles.
DJ_Toomp. I am DJ Toomp is the fake one. DJ_Toomp is the real one. And for the up and coming instrumental albums, DJToompmusic.com will be the platform to go get that. So now it's just, if you pull up DJToompmusic.com, it's just going to say coming soon. And you'll see my logo in the upper left-hand corner. Toomp, thinking out our main purpose, I meant. Process was one thing, but thinking out our main purpose is the one I locked in on. So
Hey, man.
Look out for your boy, man. I'm
Love you,
here.
man.
More
Legends.
music on the way. Love y'all
man.
too, man.
Love you, boy. DJ
Legends.
Toomp.
Love.
New
My
face.
G. We here.
Jerry
Yeah.
Clark, a.k.a. the legendary Jerry. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Check out the podcast every Wednesday on the iHeart Radio Media app.
All that
shit, man.
Like, subscribe,
Apple,
comment.
YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Once again, Jerry Clark, DJ Toomp, New Face.
I am New Face.
We signing off. Out.
Yeah.
Story time with legendary Jerry. I am Jerry Clark. We sitting here with DJ Toomp, and we have the special segment every week. New face. New face was there. I'm going to let him jump in and do what he do.
My God, New Face.
Back here with the one and only. I'm on stage with two legends, man. DJ Toomp, man. Thank you for joining us,
having me,
man.
brother.
You know, we celebrating 50 years of hip hop, man.
Okay.
50 years has went by, man. Did you ever think it'd go this far?
Man, you know what my parents used to be like, oh, that rapo clapo stuff,
I
they
know,
gonna
that ain't
last
gonna
for
be
so
around
long.
like breakdancing.
That boy got on a fresh pair of ponies. Them shit's
Oh,
hard
yeah,
too.
we bring them back, man.
Yeah, them
And-
joints hard. But yeah, man, actually, when, let me see, because it came out around 78, 79, Rappers Delight. Around like 84, when it just started becoming so many different type of styles and of hip hop, man, that's when I knew it was gonna be around
knew
for
it
a
around
while.
that.
Yeah.
And most recently, Nas, Steve Stout put together a program, man, and they honored and gave Scarface and Rakim their flowers, $250,000. And the question I like to ask artists and legends like yourself, if they were to ask DJ Toomp, you know, we getting ready for 2024's edition, can you suggest two names that you would want to give that honor to? You know, Ice Cube brought up Scarface and honored him, gave him his flowers. Nas did the same thing for Rakim. In your perspective, who are two people that are deserving of that honor in your perspective? Who would you suggest?
Would it matter as far as them being an artist or just overall?
Artist, CEO, you know?
Shit, definitely Luke.
Luke. That's
Yeah, got to give it to Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And
Uncle Luke. Yeah.
yeah,
definitely.
Luke. And he say Ice Cube gave it to Scarface. Shit, I give it to Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. That's
Yeah,
a good
I'm a
one.
big fan of Ice Cube.
Me
dog.
too.
Yeah, I'm
Me
a
too.
huge Ice
Me
Cube
too.
fan.
The Down Mega. And
Yeah, bruh.
and like we said, 50 years of hip hop. What's one positive thing and negative thing of hip hop over the years that you can attribute to it?
Whew. Positive things is that first of all, we've gotten this far. The negative, we don't have any type of pension or retirement plan, man. That
None.
should be something aligned for that, man, for the amount of work we've put in. That way the old school could be covered. You know, it's a lot of things, man. You know, it should be some type of insurance and all
Most
that, you know,
definitely, yeah.
for all the
Health
money that's,
insurance, all that.
yeah, some type of health insurance from the money we've generated for these labels. And the thing about it, you know, shouldn't expect the label to do that, which if we assigned under you guys as a
You should.
corporation,
Responsible.
it should be some type of,
Like a
same way if you work,
401k.
if you work for Coca-Cola, boom, it's you under their insurance and it's a pension plan with that. So I think, from us working with labels, it's kind of like not too far from being an employee.
Mhm.
Where it should be some type of benefits lined up, you know, after a certain age, you know, hey, you know, you're gonna make sure you get this every year.
Mhm.
Like I say, for the amount of money that hip hop has made and the part that we just
Billions.
play in the society, period. You know, you can never watch a football game or a championship and not hear some type of hip hop involved.
That's a
period.
fact.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Commercials, everything, man, hip hop. So, and like I say, we only named two people who would deserve their flowers on that. It's a long list, man, but that was just all I could come up with at that time, you know?
And hip hop again. What's the lyric that lives in your head that you can probably recite at the drop of a dime that sticks out? That you could recite right here on Storytime with legendary Jerry. Any hip hop, any genre, any artist.
How you like me now? I'm getting busier. I'm double platinum. I'm watching you
God,
get dizzier.
dog.
Check out the way I say my, display my bay, play my J on the back behind the coup without the AY. Like, LL, dog. Oh my
Was
God.
cold
Matter of
blooded,
fact, I said Ice Cube, but I got to throw LL in there too, bro. Come on, bro. LL Cool J. And one thing I must say too, man, and I'm a Jay-Z fan, but Jay-Z left us hanging for 2023 for some reason when it came to hip hop.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't involve himself, and I don't know
he
if
didn't do none of the
I don't know if he's too rich.
No, I thought he was involved in it.
No,
he wasn't involved in the big one in New York.
No,
that was Master P. That was Nas.
That was Nas, and LL had the tour, but Jay-Z just got ghost on us, bro. Sean Carter, what happened? Were you busy? Were you with the family? Because he was touring with Beyonce around that time too, but that still shouldn't.
No, he had time.
It shouldn't take you away from just not being involved in our culture for 2023. Where the hell were you, Sean?
Ask him.
And that's my dude. Yeah, I would love to know what happened with that.
We celebrated 50 years of hip hop, but celebrated recently
20 years of trap music. You damn right.
How did it feel to see the symphony orchestra playing music that came from your fingertips?
Man, amazing.
That shit was fucking incredible.
Thursday and Friday night, because originally it was just supposed to have been Friday. And I love it, man.
20 years.
Yeah, a real album cover. I need some more of those. I need those. And just dope, man. Just because I always have, used like orchestra and symphony sounds in a lot of my production. But to hear those actual instruments being used as far as the performance, that was incredible, bro. To the point I had to catch Thursday and Friday show.
I'm talking about the instrumentation.
We're talking about. Brought out
Yeah.
some classics. What do you know about this one right there now? Come on.
With Trouble Funk. Yeah, I remember they did do the album with Trouble Funk in them. Bro, you done snapped,
You
bro.
remembered it? So you were working with him early before that, but so what do you remember about this young Clifford Harris? Right
Young
here?
Clifford, man. We got him out of jail a few times, man. He kept getting in trouble, man. He was he ended up naming his album Trouble Man later on. Little Clifford, man. Had a lot to prove. I was running around like thumping the sack like I had the new product, man, because he was out rapping a lot of these cats, man. He was a real warrior when it came to that mic. I be trying to get back into that mode because freestyles really matter.
From a lyrical standpoint.
Yeah.
From a lyrical standpoint, ain't too many MCs.
And then to see him evolve.
So I would love to see him just drop some shit on Sway one day and just let folks know that he's still a rapping ass guy.
And then that Roberta Flack.
Man, you might have killed him with that King album.
That Roberta Flack sample, man.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wow.
And then one of my favorite stories Toomp tells about with his sampling, a lot of producers, they get that first 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah, because I actually tried to loop that Roberta Flack Gone Away, man. But it wouldn't lock into as a sample, it wouldn't lock in. So I ended up really replaying it. Me and this guy, Wonder Rio, he showed me how to work Reason, and I just ended up building everything around it. And yeah, but that's what man. We just, because I always have loved that song, Gone Away, since I was a kid. And I don't know if you notice, a lot of time when I do sample or do interpolations of a song, usually be the end part. From Mariah all the way to Good Life. That's the end of PYT.
Yeah.
So the end part be the most juiciest parts of the record to sample on a lot of times when I'm making my selection.
New Face, I know this is your segment, but I gotta jump in and just ask Toomp
that's
something
right.
real quick. While we're looking at all the Tip stuff, and we had Tip on the episode of Storytime with legendary Jerry, and we disagreed on something.
What's that?
The South.
I feel, and it's facts, that the South has controlled the narrative for at least half of the 50 years of hip hop. I say yes. Clifford said no, and I couldn't believe it. I was really kind of shocked. But everybody, I was,
Okay, let's say 78.
For half the South, Atlanta and the South has controlled the narrative of 50 years ahead for half of it.
I'm trying to do some quick math.
Think about it. 1999 is 25 years. And if you look at the artists that have come out the South, we talk about New Orleans.
Talking about before 99, right?
Before 90, no, I'm talking about, but regardless, 25 years of this 50 years have been us down here in the
South damn show here. Yeah, we covered half of that. Yeah.
Say it again. Look in the camera.
Boy,
say it again.
Hell yeah, South has covered that. Yeah, we
25
carried that.
25 years. When you want to talk about New Orleans with Master P and Cash Money and them, to Memphis, to Miami.
And just think now, you said 99. Think about
Outkast, Goody Mob.
Yeah.
Before then, 8 Ball, MJG.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we've been carrying it, bro.
Hey, man, Tip, I love you, bro. But this your guy right here, Toomp,
Nah,
and we both agree.
Yeah, the South has definitely.
And
then one thing I always had to remind people too, is when it comes to the South, most of the hip hop records that were sampled in New York and LA came from the South. So the South has always been the foundation and the blueprint of funk and soul and everything.
Yeah, even going
from the
beyond
Little Richards to the James Brown to the Otis Redding, Hamilton Bohannon, and we can go down a long list. Gladys Knight and the Pips,
Curtis Mayfield,
Cameo, Brick,
all that South.
Hey, man.
All that South shit.
See, it ain't just Legendary Jerry saying this. This is Toomp thinking the same way.
So the South has played a part in hip hop.
The South has controlled
even before the South
narrative
was
for half.
known for hip hop. We were there because our records were being sampled. The meters were straight from Louisiana. You know what I mean? So yes, the South has been. We just never had the major record labels
I
down
thought it was,
here.
I thought I had a leg to stand on with that. So go ahead, New Fair. I just want to jump into your segment.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I just want to jump into
the good leg that you got to stand on.
Solidly. The one I got that ain't need
still recovering.
I got the fake knee here now.
No, man. And we recently did the museum in Underground Atlanta, and but I got the original one.
Hey, man, you got the original.
I'm like about 18 years old.
Yeah, that little young Toomp wearing the 24 carats, man.
Look at him on Simpson Road.
Yeah,
that boy on Simpson Road.
Yep.
We got y'all talking about
I was about to say something, but
oh man, you had more jokes.
I'm done, bro. I'm done. Look, I'm the new fame. I just jumped. I'm done.
That's hard. That's Scratch Magazine. Shout out to Benzino and what's his partner name? With
Dave Mays.
Dave Mays, man. Yeah, man. That was a cool.
And we talk about CEO
Toomp. Joyce too.
Talk about CEO Toomp. Before we get out of here, man. What we got there?
In Zone, listen, man. In Zone Entertainment. It's a label that I put together, man, and Cruck Up. Zone Boy Productions is the production company, but In Zone Entertainment was the label I started, and I signed Sugar. I don't know if y'all heard the song "Do It With No Hands." Yep. We made the first "Do It With No Hands" record.
Yep,
After that song, everybody wanted to start talking about doing stuff with no hands, and it was.
I remember that, Tom.
Yeah,
that was the first one. Do It With No Hands.
I had Jack Boner. You know what I mean? Peach State Pressure. You'll see him on Instagram. He got some of the best herbs. I mean, flowers.
Herbs, flowers.
CEO Toomp, though,
yeah,
right?
man. Yeah, CEO. Me and Bernard Parks, man. Yeah. It was my label. And I signed producers. I had Said L. Young. Said L. Young's a great producer, still doing his thing right now, producer / artist. Tone P, who did a lot of work with Wale, who I had J Mac. J Mac was signed under me too. He played some of the instruments on the Nas record and a few other joints.
Yeah.
Who else I had signed over there? Yeah, artists and producers, man. Yeah, I was doing my damn thing. I was trying to get it rolling.
Got it.
Yeah,
that's what brought out that. We got the original.
Gotta be tough.
The original Shadi greatest hits.
Greatest hits, man. You can't go nowhere without being a part of that legacy.
Tom, right? So when you look at that, how you feel, man?
Yeah, that's good, man. Just, I played a major part with it,
In the South, not just him, but the artists
in the South, period, yeah.
I'm looking at the discography, you seeing Ross and Luda, 2 Chainz,
Kanye. Y'all, we are sitting here with a legend and DJ.
Yeah, man. It's still, like I said, it's still fun, man, producing all these cats, and it's definitely a story behind all of them, man.
Yes,
that boy got that success in effect, and they ride with the 5.0 with no datings on it yet.
Damn, but you got to put datings on the 5.0.
Yeah, that boy had the 5.0 before they got the datings.
We sound old as fuck. The datings on the 5.0, baby.
And then lastly, all I got is just your produced sample. So before we get out of here, or after we get out of here, man, I definitely wanted to get your autograph on this 24s. And that, which song is that? Tell them what that bezel right there, man.
Oh, bezel. Wow. I didn't even know that was pressed up.
And G.
Get out of here. So drop top like the bezel in my watch.
Man.
And I actually sampled that from a song called I'm So Tired, was T.I. featuring Jazzy Faye. I'm so tired of
I remember
bros,
that
man. And I took that, ever since I met her, couldn't get off my crotch. She saw the drop top and liked the bezel in my watch. So when I took that, it slowed it down. Yeah.
Man, well, thank you, man. Y'all got the proof. I wanted to thank you. New Face was there, man.
New Face is always there.
You got joints, man.
Toomp, New Face, Jerry Clark, a.k.a. the legendary Jerry. We're signing off. Make sure every Wednesday you check us out. Storytime with the legendary Jerry. We out of here.
We out.
Yep.
Storytime with the legendary Jerry is hosted by me, the one and only Jerry Clark. Music has been provided by July, the producer. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to Storytime with the legendary Jerry on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts. And make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at the Legendary Jerry Podcast. For more podcasts from iHeartMedia, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.